Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. In continuing coverage, support is pouring in after a significant fire in Stevenson displaced 2 businesses and 7 people from their homes Wednesday afternoon. In last night's follow-up, TV6's Michael Sobek told us how the local community supports those impacted by the fire.
This is what the old Solander building in Stevenson looked like after it caught fire Wednesday afternoon. Firefighters fought the blaze for more than 6 hours and said the building was a complete loss.
Well, we're happy that you're back. Please don't go away anytime soon. No matter the cool conference, please stay with us. But yeah, we're going to have some news for you this morning.
Yes, absolutely. Well, some sad news to start off.
Yeah, we're starting off with a big story that happened. We begin with Eleanor Rosalind Carter, who's an American writer and activist and served as the First Lady of the United States from 1977 to 1981. She's also the wife of former President Jimmy Carter.
And in continuing coverage, if you've driven on College Avenue in Marquette recently, you might notice the old UPHS hospital continues to be demolished. Crews say they've worked beyond the West Building and are now destroying the tower of the 1981 building.
Right, exactly. That segues perfectly into my next question, is that idea of responsibility. What does that look like, especially in terms of the generative AI? I'll start with you, Scott. How do we define that in a classroom setting, that responsibility?
Well, responsible use is going to have a lot to do with what the learning outcomes are and what the instructor's policy is for the course.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the TV6 Digital Desk. We're here recapping a case that we've been following. Justin here is one of our reporters. He's been following this case extensively, Justin.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, Molly. Yes, this case, Julie Boxley, we'll dive into all the specifics, but this is one I've been following for quite a while now. And I'm looking forward to chatting about it and kind of answering some of the questions you might have at home.
So with all of that, we're going to get into the story first, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
As investigators were attempting to link Julie Boxley to the fire that killed Glenn Andrews in March, charges were filed against her in June.
The arraignment date had finally been set for Julie Boxley's case there in Marquette County Circuit Court. Now, we've kind of been following the story from the beginning of this week, Tuesday. We told you the charges against Boxley had been filed. She's charged with murder and arson in the death of Glenn Andrews. Now, quite a little bit has happened since then.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on such short notice. I'm here to provide an update on an active and ongoing investigation. Before I share that update, it's important to know that I'm limited in the information I can share and the questions I can answer because this is an investigation is still ongoing.
Manitowoc reported a breach hull to U.S. Coast Guard on its starboard diesel tank. The maximum potential spill for the vessel when it departed port was 45,174 gallons of red dye diesel fuel.